Welcome to Reflections by QCB. My name is Chika Balogun. Friendship is powerful and an asset in every area of our lives. I left you with 3 questions. I said, who are your friends? How do you leverage on your friendships? How do you give back and support your friends? Please keep these questions in mind because you're going to do your personal SWOT analysis of your friendships. If you're a good friend or if your friends are truly good friends to you. What's the primary foundation of friendship? The primary foundation of friendship is shared experiences and forgiveness, because something will always go wrong at some point. When we look at friendships, are we looking at transactional friendships? Then that is not a friend. Friendships should be based on values, should be based on good character, should be based on compassion, should be based on integrity, on honesty, on trust, on loyalty. Should be based on equality, should be based on love. Friendship should be based on time. Do you give time? If you don't have time all the time, do you make time for your friends? When someone says, I never have time, then they're not truly your friends. And I'm not talking about Zoom and Facebook or Instagram and all the, do you remember the new names I've heard? TikTok and all of those. No. I know that we're going through a terrible season with COVID, but that will pass. And hopefully very soon we'll get back to being able to share personal quality time with each other. It's in the physical interaction of friendships that we get to truly know each other. That's when we begin to complete each other's sentences. That's when you can look at me and sing a song that is in my heart, but my lips have not yet moved. That is deep friendship. There are 4 types of friendships: the acquaintance, the pair, a close friend, and a best friend. An acquaintance is someone you've just met casually, maybe a few times, but you're only willing to share public information that is not vital to either of you. A pair is someone whom you have common values, share common values, common activities. You might both be in a sports club, love for football, love to read, and all of those things. But you might not want to take it beyond that, the common grounds that both of you have. A close friend is certainly somebody who is in your inner circle, someone who knows private details about your life, someone who shares in your joys and your griefs, someone who has your back. Friendship impacts on our mental health and happiness. Friendship could be a great stress reliever and bringer of joy. On the flip side, it could also bring a lot of grief and unhappiness when one of the parties betray the other one. Let's speak more about being a good friend. I'll start by saying that don't expect from me what you can't give me. in a friendship. Therefore, this analysis of what a good friend should be for all of us. We're speaking to ourselves. These are things and qualities we want to see in the other party expressed towards us. It means that we must therefore be also willing to give those same qualities to people that we call friends and we hold dear. We must be able to give them time. We must be loyal to them. We must show compassion. We must show love. It must be equal. There is no distance in friendship. Your house is not further than my house. Same distance. It's just, do you care about me enough to come? And vice versa. How much time are we willing to spend playing Ludo, watching Netflix together, sharing a cup of tea, talking about the babies, talking about old times, seeing a movie together, walking down the beach together, playing beach ball, making jokes and cracking jokes and just laughing all over the place, praying together, sharing in each other's dreams, visions, supporting each other, bringing our network to bear in the other person's life. And the most important of all, trust. No trust, no relationship. We must be able to trust each other. My friend must be able to speak their mind to me. We must be able to address each other when we're out of line, speaking truth to each other, regardless. We must be honest to each other. If a friend does something that is wrong, I might not criticize you publicly, but I will certainly speak to you about it in private. I must be able to speak truth to you if you truly are my friend. I must be able to bring value to a relationship that makes you remember me, remember to call me. I must be able to remember details about you, about your life, about your family. Things that matter to you must matter to me. I must invest in what matters to you and what you're saying, simply because they matter to you. Not because I have anything to gain, but because I value you and those things matter to you. These are things that we must be willing to bring to the table as friends and then expect them back from people who say they are our friends. However, regardless of how good we are, things would sometimes go wrong. The question is, how do we handle issues when they arise in friendship? Do we have the strength of character and integrity to be able to say, I am sorry when we're wrong? Do we have the compassion to understand that people have flaws and to be able to say to them, I forgive you? God commands that we forgive each other regardless. So that is a command. It means that we must forgive each other, even if we step back from that relationship. We must listen to understand the other person. We must be able to stay in the present of that issue. Let's not drag the past into a present issue. We're all fond of doing that, and hey, I'm guilty. The old hurts just seem to come alive all by themselves, jump out of the grave the second something happens. I sometimes then wonder, did they ever truly die? Did I ever truly forgive this person, regardless of the fact that I said the verbal words, I forgive you? Because when you truly forgive, you don't remember that wrong, at least not in a negative sense. And if it's all a bit too much for you, pull back, take a deep breath, consider, balance things out, consider the value of that relationship to you as a person. This should help put things in perspective. I have something I tell my friends all the time. I say when they do good deeds for me or for my loved ones, I put the good deeds in a bank account. And when they offend or do something that I might take offense, they might not have actually offended me, but I somehow took offense, I simply go to the bank and make a withdrawal to cover up that offense. My prayer is that we always have enough credit in each other's bank accounts to cancel out any offense that may come up. Most importantly, if you truly value your friend, you must be willing to speak honestly about what the issue is. You must respect each other, respect your boundaries, and you must forgive, truly forgive. It's not easy, but it's something that we all must learn to do. Let me cap what a good friend is by saying that a good friend challenges you to be the very best of yourself. Constantly pushing you. Go for that interview, rework your CV, speak this way, dress this way, do this, lower your tone, be a better person, pray some more. Whatever it takes, a good friend pushes you to become the best you. A good friend gives you the best of their self. They're selfless concerning you. A good friend looks for opportunities to lift you up and not to pull you down. Both of you mutually nurture and value your friendship. A good friend has an open mind to you, is able to share their secrets, speaks to you truth from their heart. A good friend celebrates your successes, announces them like they were their own. A good friend is absolutely proud of you. A good friend lifts you up when you're down. A good friend never lets you stay down. And if you want to stay down momentarily, a good friend sits on the floor with you until you're ready to stand back up, and they pull you up again. These are the qualities and attributes of a good friend. Again, I ask you, who are your friends? How do you leverage on them? And how do you support and give to your friends? Are you any of these things that we have mentioned today to your friends? Are you some of them? And you could do better. Do your friends show you any of these attributes or qualities in your relationship? The test of friendship is assistance in adversity. And when I say that, I mean unconditional assistance, not the one that comes knocking at your door tomorrow to remind you of the assistance they offered you yesterday. I'll leave you with these words. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Until this same time next week, be a good friend.